we Vermonters don't have the funds to continue to keep our properties.
We do need economic development.
Morrisville comes together when they need to.
The talent that is sitting in these hills is unmatched.
It's not taught, but it's carried down through the bloodlines.
Morristown gave our family a start.
It's not a tourist town, it's families and businesses.
It used to be you could go drive down the road 2 miles through town and wave the 3/4 of the car because you knew who they were. You go into a store to grab a coffee and you're in there for 15 minutes because you run into people talking, just being neighborly.
There used to be a lot of agriculture here in Lamoille Valley, but it has since moved on because real estate values makes it unfeasible to continue.
When I got out of high school, everything you see from Harold Street north was farmland.
Dad, how many farms were on this road?
When I was going to school, it was either 13 or 14 places from here to Morrisville that were shipping milk.
Everybody lived on a farm, and you were expected to work 7 days a week.
It was a life that I enjoyed. I loved to farm the animals, and I think my kids was happy to grow up here, or they're lying to me on the other.
The farmers are who built this place, and they're the ones who have kept it to be this piece of beauty.
People like the Rooney Farm, the Keith Farm, the Lapines, those old dairy farmers that just really encompass what this community was. They've had to spend their whole life fighting and clawing to hang on to their farms.
You kind of need eyes in your fingers. It's too costly to hire help to do it, and I'm getting too old.
Dairy farms are just going out of business left and right because we're not being paid enough for our milk. Our price has been about the same since 2016, and yet the cost of pretty much everything has gone up.
That's one of our biggest expenses here, is the grain, between 80 and 90,000 a year.
We all really need to support our dairy community and our farming community more.
We've had just unbridled development in our town, and it's really sad to see all the changes.
My living is putting in foundations for new houses, but these beautiful fields that I used to farm as a kid, I'm now dicing them up and putting foundations in them, and it's hard.
I know of quite a few instances where they built a new house beside a farm, and they didn't like the smell of it. Well, farm has been here.
That's part of what Vermont is. So don't try to have him not spread his manure because he needs that as fertilizer to help grow his crops, to feed his animals, to produce the milk that you buy in the store.
The state, I think, could do more to help dairy farmers. Getting out and visiting those farmers and talking to them more about what needs to be done to help farmers.
I think the government has a role to step in for critical industries. Farming, I would say, is a critical industry.
I can't believe how long the cows have been gone. Been just haying ever since.
I love the farm, and I'd love to see it hay.
I think Earl's just your typical classic lifelong Vermonter. He's been on that farm his entire life, never lived anywhere else. He's kind and caring. He's hardworking. He's really got all the values that you'd look for in a good person. Will, my oldest son, seems to be as hooked on it as I am, so I think we'll keep it rolling.
Will's pretty happy to be out here on the baler. He came over and Dean was bailing on this piece here. I said, well, I think Dean wants you to bail. And you could almost see him smile, because that's what he wanted to know.
There's this whole network of people clinging to the agricultural traditions here.
I really think Earl totally, he can't do what he could do, and that drives him crazy, I know that. But I think he's so tickled to see Dean, his son, me, his son-in-law, and his 2 grandsons out there doing it. And you know what? We get done, we have a beer or 2 with him on the porch. And that's probably the highlight of his year.
I think that what means the most to my grandfather is seeing his family all working together towards the same goal.
That is part of what makes it special, is the generational aspect of it. The fact that you've got, great-grandparents, grandparents, parents, and kids that all still live here. They may even still live on the same street.
We've watched people have children. They're grown now. They have children of their own. It's just a wonderful sense of community.
I think it's really important for kids to see the agriculture.
Field Days to the community is 3 days to sort of celebrate our agricultural roots.
On an older style dairy farmer that is no longer milking cows, I milk the land a little differently in the sense now I'm growing a few other things on it. We have had 2,500 different varieties of daylilies, 1,100 variety of hosta, about 150 different variety of peonies, and 16,000 daffodils.
Pat and I have both been here since we were little kids, helping out, starting with gathering buckets with the workhorses. The dairy farm loses money, and the sugaring operation, we're definitely not making money hand over fist, but it adds a little income.
Sugar houses continue to be a gathering place where family comes together, where friends stop in.
It's a beautiful communal act, and does that deserve to be preserved? Absolutely.
Maple syrup production today doesn't look like it looked 50 years ago, and that's okay. There's still a connection to place. There's still the creation of a phenomenal product that is emblematic of this state. And there is a community that is as robust today as it was 50 years ago, and in fact, maybe more robust. I don't think anybody wants Vermont to turn into Disneyland. I think we also don't want to become the placeless places that exist almost everywhere else. Somewhere between those two exists, in my mind, what Vermont should be, which is real.